Welcome all of you in SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. My name is Shagun Tiwari. So today we'll start with the software engineering subject and the topic name is UML diagram. This is part 3 for UML diagram. In previous two videos we already discussed part 1 and part 2. So this is the further diagrams which we are going to study. Total 8 to 10 diagrams are there in case of the UML diagram. That's why we have divided this into different parts. So in previous lecture or in previous video we discussed about the class diagram and object diagram. Today we'll start with the interaction diagram. Means how the components interact with each other. So if we go for the interaction of different objects or different person involved in your project, so we draw sequence diagram for that. Okay, sequence diagram basically shows the sequences of the message is sent when and where. Okay, so basically sequence diagram indicate what message are sent and when it is sent, time progression from top to bottom, object involved are listed left to right and message are sent left to right between the objects in the sequence diagram. Okay, so here we'll see in what sequence the message is getting sent. So here you can see one of the format of sequence diagram. So here on the left hand side, if you can see, so there is an actor which we are using from use case, and we have different types of objects. 3 objects are there in this diagram, and after that you can see the activation. Activation shows the passing of messages, means that link is activated, and lifeline is shown whom is getting the message from where. Okay, so the solid lines actually represent the calls with arrow, and dotted return line means dashed line, you can see the return messages. Okay, means the reply from that person. So in the specific diagram you can see a salesperson or an actor is entering a number of items in the process order, means this is a kind of software. So process order screen is there. So in that, actor will enter the number, and then it will find the item by using that number, and then in the stock items you will get the quantity, how much quantity is there, and then it will return that details to the sales. So this is nothing but the sequence of the messages between the different objects and the actor of the system or any project or software. So you can see the destruction is there, one destruction is there in case of the sequence diagram. So basically destruction shows where the communication ends, means if the communication is destroyed or finished due to some reason, so that is known as destruction in case of the sequence diagram, and it is represented by the cross as you can see in the diagram. Okay, so after the message destroyed from A object to B object, the destruction is there. Okay, so this is the example of destruction. After that, timing. So here you can also show the timing by the slanted line shows the propagation delay of the message, means if any propagation delay is there, so we will show with the slant messages, and good for the modeling real-time systems. So if messages cross, so this is usually problematic or the race condition can be there because timing issues are there. Otherwise we'll show the messages in a proper manner with the horizontal lines. Okay, so here you can see the example of timing. So this is the example of race condition. You can call it as timing or the race conditions. Next is sequence example or alarm system. If you for example, if you are putting any alarm system, so when the alarm goes off, it rings the alarm. So put a message on the display and notifies the monitoring services. So here sensors are there, event control panels, user, or stick transmitter and monitoring services are there, which are involved in a alarm system. So this is the example of the alarm system for the sequence diagram. And here is the example of the sequence diagram in case of the hotel reservation. If we are going anywhere to reserve the hotel or by using their site, if we are reserving the hotel, so there are window, chain, hotel and reservation and notices are there. So in this way they communicate with each other. So next one is the collaboration diagram. So collaboration diagram is one of the type of interaction diagram only. So collaboration diagram shows the similar informations to the sequence diagram, except the vertical sequences, means the activations bar is not there in case of the sequence diagram. So here we use the object links with the like solid lines between the objects that interacts. On the link are the messages, arrows, or with one or more messages, names that shows the direction and the names of the messages sent between the objects. So it basically emphasizes the static links as opposed to the sequence in the sequence diagram. So here you can see the example of the collaboration diagrams. So here if we are trying to connect any call, so their user is there, both the users are there and phone transmission system is there. So this is how they are trying to communicate with each other. Means you can see the communications or the message passing between the different objects, but sequence is not there. So this is nothing but the collaboration diagrams, means how the different objects are communicating in a collaborative manner. Next is the activity diagram. So basically it is nothing but a flow chart only with a fancy informations. So it basically displays the flow of the activities involved in a single process. So there are different states. So states can be described what is being processed and indicates by the boxes with the round corners, and swim line is there, so it will be responsible for the flow of the activity. Branch is there, so two types of branch, transition branch is there and the diamond is there, it indicates the decision making. Fork is there, so their forking is basically for the parallel activities, and start and end notations you can see. Now let's see the example of the activity diagram. So here is the ordering system, or food ordering system you can say. So if we there start that circle, filled circle will show the starting of the information, and then you can see the that round or oval shaped box which is showing the informations, and that square or the diamond you can say. So diamond is showing the different conditions. Okay, so jump conditions will be there, or decision making is there, just like different types of loops. So here is one more example for the activity diagram. You can see this is nothing but the different swim lane is there. So swim lane is nothing but the different blocks or different control system for objects which are involved in your software. So customer swim lane is there, ATM machine swim lane is there, and then bank is there. So they here you can see the flow of the activity or flow of the operations they are performing in a sequence manner. So that sequence is nothing but the sequence of the activities which they are performing. The next is state transition diagram. So it is nothing but the DFA, or a fancy DFA you can say. It shows the possible state of the objects and the transition that causes to change in the state, and it is, for example, how incoming call change the state. Okay, so notations we use here. So we use state of round rectangle, transition arrow we use here, and then initial and final state we use circle like activity diagram. So final state termination action is there. We can terminate here the different state. Okay, so we'll show that termination state with the round filled circle. So here it's nothing but the state representation. So the set of properties and the values describing the objects in a well defined instance are characterized by their name. Activities means what is executed inside the state, and do or activity means what they are doing, and in case of actions, so their entry state or exit state action is there, which is nothing but which will show the entry and exit conditions for that diagram, and then action executed due to the events will be there. So different events which are happening inside software, it will represented by the state representations. So we can see the notations for the state diagram. So idle notation is there, means from there the software will start working. Then different work, you can see it is divided into two parts. So first block will show you the work name, and the next part of the same block will show you the activities or the events which are going to perform. So this is how this is the notations for the state diagram, and this is how we'll represent the different states of the software. So this is one more example for the state transition diagram. So typing password and the idle process is there. So if we'll start, so from there we'll enter the password and request for the display of the action, and then the typing password, it will check the entry or exit criteria, and it will give you the output. So the next, state chart local variables. Different local variables are there in case of the state chart diagram. So state diagram can also store their own local variables, do processing on them, and library library example, creating books, checked out or returned. So this is the state diagram for that. So here we can start with the member is the action. We are starting here from here, if n is equals to 0. So we'll check if n is equals to -1, all will return, means if book is returned or not. So this is the state chart diagram for the library system. If we'll see one more example of state chart diagram. These are the simple states: on off state or video recording or remote controller for TV. So there only two options are there, power on or power off. Okay, so on and off both are the different states of the TV, video recorder or remote controller. So this is the state diagram for the different systems. Now the next example for the state transition diagram, you can see here, this is for validating PIN or SSN. So we started from the initial state. So there customer will enter the SSN, and then it will check, it will get the OTP, and after getting the PIN, it will validate that PIN, and once it is done, it will stop. And if in case of the starting SSN, if customer is not getting that PIN, so this system will get rejected. Okay, so this is the one more example for the state transition diagram. Thank you.